I don't know who I hate more, jugglers or collectors in general. You know what I mean? It's like, how many of one thing do you need?
As the Reverend Jeff Daniels said, you can't triple stamp a double stamp.
That's right.
So even if people in starving countries didn't have stamps, they would still not have a triple or a double.
It'd still be fun.
I don't even know what I'm talking. Yeah, I don't even know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it's a shaggin' wagon.
Yeah,
great movie.
Yeah, dude. How you doing, man?
Legendary. I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm definitely. There's a thing in sobriety, recovery, whatever, where they're like, you should put anything. I put my sobriety first because anything I put in front of that, I'm going to lose anyway. And it's a very annoying thing because it's true. And it's like this week I've had a lot of good stuff happen. And actually just now, while I was pooping, before we started recording.
Oh, tell me more.
Well, I looked and the guy who I'll talk about that story, the comedian from Friday, that was a surprise, just started following me back.
Oh, heck yeah.
And we've got one of our reels up, no big deal. But anyway, anything you put ahead of your recovery, you're going to lose, right? And I think that's sort of like, even if you're not, a problem drinker like myself, anything you put ahead of being mentally, spiritually fit with yourself, you're going to fuck up or fuck with anyway. And so I've just noticed like the importance of being, as they say, on the beam. Right? You don't want to be too happy. You don't want to be too angry.
Oh, the beam. Okay.
You want to be walking that beam of life where you're accepting the good and the bad and all that kind of whatever shit. And like this week, so much good stuff has happened, but I've had like dreams where I relapse and my parents are there being weird and I wake up emotional and then I'm like screaming at someone in traffic and then like I'm seeing an old man at a diner eating alone and I'm almost crying like about how lonely and sad life can be and I'm like, I'm on my period or I need to go to a meeting.
Yeah. That's all like, was all that in a dream or this thing's you're experiencing?
That was just a day. That was the first half of Friday. Yeah.
You saw a guy alone at the diner started crying?
We went to the diner and an old man was like, there's a really cool, we're not famous, but it's called Cozy Toast or something. I don't know.
Okay,
if you're ever over in North, it's awesome, right?
Yeah.
But we're sitting there and it's like a little hole in the wall spot and really sweet ladies that work there. And there was like a guy walking past the windows, like older guy by himself, maybe a little touched. You know what I'm saying? A little special, a little whatever.
Touched by God.
Yeah. He can enter certain competitions I can't. And but he was just sort of like smiling, waving into the windows. Mm-hmm. But there was no one behind the counter because there was only one lady working that day. Mm-hmm. And I was just like, he loves it here. Who knows how much of his family, if any, are alive? Like this whole sad story was playing of his life.
Yeah.
And how he's still putting on a nice smile and waving when he can.
That does sound like you're on your period.
Right? And 45 minutes prior, I'm like screaming shit that Mike Tyson in his prime would be like, yo, you got to chill.
Yeah.
It's just like, but like when you wake up thinking, when a dream feels real, right? That messes, your girlfriend cheated on you or you, or
the worst ones. You wake up mad,
right? But when you have that with I relapsed, and then you wake up and I didn't. It's a fucking heart attack, dude. And mix that with Mr. King. Oh, I'm so glad you're on camera. This guy's here almost every week now.
This is King.
Lovely. So he'll just be doing his thing because we will not. We're in his studio, just so you know. Yeah. But anyway,
this is his bed.
Yeah,
basically,
he's the man. But
so you have that roller coaster of up, down.
Yeah, I have that whole roller coaster.
So when you have a drug dream, or they call them drug dreams or drinker dreams, right? Isn't that what they?
Drug dream, I would say, is when drugs are involved. For me, really, the issue is like I should not be drinking. I mean, not that I should be drugging, but like the order of operations. Yeah, I don't get drugs before the liquor store. I'll put it that way. You know what I mean? That's where my whole thing has always been.
So in your dreams, are you drunk, or is it you just like it's dawned on you that you're drinking and you're like, oh shit?
This most recent time. Save yourself some editing.
I'm totally gonna say this.
We'll cut that. But
so is it like So in your dream, are you drinking, or is it like
this particular
you suddenly
one,
realize you're drinking, you shouldn't, or are you dreaming that you're drunk?
I've had them both ways. The last two was one of them was, it was, you know, like in dreams you almost like start and there's a context to the dream, but you didn't necessarily live that. Like in this dream, it's like Ani has already cheated on me.
Oh yes, okay.
And that's where we're starting.
You're starting
in the
with
context of I've been cheated on.
Yes.
And so now I'm running around New York City, and the only liquor I can find is Fireball, and I've sworn off it. And so every bodega is like, we only have Fireball, and I'm like, no, I need liquor. I need to ruin my life, but I can't do it on that shit. And so I was running through, and then I was like, I probably shouldn't. It was like this whole like about to break sweat.
Yeah.
This most recent one was the context was I started in a restaurant or diner environment that since my in real life past parents were running and treating me like an employee, not a son, and mad at me, and I'm beer drunk. But what that meant in the dream was I didn't feel drunk at all. I just was triggered to have liquor. But I was like, if I have liquor, then I really fucked up. And it was this struggle, and then I woke up and screamed at somebody in traffic that I probably shouldn't have.
Well, I gotta turn you down.
All right, Jason.
Yes.
Fuck, marry, Keele, a good cry, a good shit, or a good nap?
I think I'm gonna kill a good cry.
You're a real man.
Because I'm never sad about anything ever.
Of course.
And I would just not ever have to deal with it again. I would probably I'd probably fuck a good shit, honestly. Because arguably it's kind of happening already, just in the opposite direction. You know?
Yeah.
But I'd marry a good nap because, you know, you only sleep when you're dead anyway, so I don't know what that means at all.
But yeah, those dreams they're hard they take a minute to shake.
Yeah, it's wild,
you know?
right? I know that feeling where you wake up and you're just, it's so real. It's
you have to tell yourself it wasn't.
Yeah, everything. It's like everything your body does chemically when something really happens seems to happen while you're asleep. So the only disconnection is your consciousness
and your criminal record, right?
but yeah, you wake up and you're chemically as upset as you would be if anything else happened.
The physiology, right, is almost identical, I'm sure.
And then you gotta try and like melt it away or like drain it somehow. You know, when you're mad at somebody when you wake up.
Yes, somehow, maybe with lotion. No, I'm just kidding. No, but this is what gyms are for.
Or yelling at a driver as you're driving down the road.
Yeah, and I feel bad about that. I believe you were a beige Kia, so if you're out there, but
Mr. or Mrs. Beige Kia, please come to the apology counter.
Yeah, for real. I would. I feel bad about it now, but because I think I said on a previous episode about how I gave a show up to surprise my sponsor.
Yeah.
Great, we talked about this last episode. This week, exactly a week later, on a Friday, and when you're doing comedy, like you'll ask the person who books you or whatever, like who's on the lineup, especially if you're like getting like I was hosting this show and opening it up, and the guy who booked it was my buddy, Cody Marino, awesome dude. He was like, it's a surprise, Keele. When I was asking him who's on, like, why are you trying to ruin the surprise? No one's ever used the word surprise in the context of telling me who else is on a show that you're on.
Right.
So it felt very higher powery, letting me know, you made a point to surprise somebody and you gave up a show. The guy who's taking over sponsorship for me, when I told him, hey, I'm going to surprise, was like, that's really sober of you. That's cool. There's going to be other headliners that are cool that you're going to want to hang out with. There's going to be other shows. Hopefully only goes to jail once. I'll bleep his name out. But like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And not to the day, 1 week later, a guy's using the word surprise. And then Robert Kelly's the headliner.
Yeah, right.
We get along. He's really cool.
Yeah.
He had a great show. And but it just felt like literally like instant karma. You know what I mean? Like when you open the door for someone, but there's another door and then they open it for you and it's like, haha. It was like that level of fast it felt like to give up a show and then the next Friday have it be way cooler.
That's so cool.
Then it was going to be the first place.
That is so cool.
So that was sick. And like literally the day, like that was that diner story. That was that morning. So I'm on like a roller coaster like that day.
Oh man.
And then finding out, hey, no, it's cool you're in the show, and being like, I really shouldn't have yelled at that Kia. But
see, talking about cyclical and like cycles and karma and universe. Last week was my roller coaster week, and then this is your roller coaster week.
Yeah.
So look at us being roller coaster
Passing
buddies,
it back and forth.
Like, hey,
yeah, but that's what life is, right? Like,
yeah,
and
some of it is definitely that. Some of it is like it's like I think the metaphor is probably more like life is like an entire amusement park.
There's waiting lines. Yeah.
Sometimes you're just on a merry-go-round going in a circle.
Everything feels expensive.
Yeah, everything. Exactly.
Other people's kids are annoying.
Yeah. People puking in the corner, and you're like, "What's going on, man?"
Yeah.
And then some days you're on a roller coaster.
Yeah, some days you get the fast pass.
That was my deep thought of
Remember deep thoughts with
yes,
Jack? That's such a good
Handy, dude.
Yeah.
Man.
I missed that. That was such a good sketch.
Oh, so good. So I've been thinking about riding my bike again for the first time in 10 years.
And when you say this, you mean motorcycle? You mean city bike? You mean, what do you mean?
No, the one that you have to sit and pedal.
Your own bike?
Yeah, my own bike. Yeah.
Through the neighborhood, through the woods? We mountain biking? What are we doing?
Well, I haven't decided quite yet, but it is something that I've like, after I broke my arm, I was kind of like, man, I don't think I'm going to do this anymore.
Which was a while ago now, right?
It was about 10 years ago now. Actually, about 10 and a half years ago now that was. So now I'm like, all right, I might have good. Someone gave me a bike. Someone gave me like $1,000 bike, and it's just been sitting in my garage. And so I'm like, well, kind of silly if I don't use it. But as I get warm,
was this last summer or something?
Yeah, it was last summer, yeah, and or last spring or whatever. And I didn't ride it all summer, but
that's okay.
But this year I'm like thinking about riding it again because I really need to get back into shape. I think the past year of not touring much has really taken its toll on me. But I have been thinking about riding my bike again, and I'm deciding if I want to do road bike because I've always like any like cyclists on the road. I'm always like, get off the road. You know what I mean? I don't like having to drive around them. But I'm also like, I don't know if I want to be off road and bust my face, bust my shit up again. So I'm trying to decide.
As you know, I have a bit about cyclists and how I feel about them. So my first question is, are you a full body spandex man? Tell the truth.
Tell the truth. I think the lower half I will spare people so my nuts aren't just, swinging around. It's pronounced lycra, by the way.
It's pronounced fit. No. It starts with an F and it's pronounced, I'll tell you after. But no, but
rhymes with hay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, is it a problem? Is it a solution when you're wearing lycra and you're full spandex? What is that? I don't know why people wear it. It's like, are you I guess they're trying to be like wind resistant, but it looks so. It feels like. Look at me.
And I feel like grow up, get a Peloton, and go home.
Yeah.
This is where cars go. That's a child's toy. But
yeah, it's like, look at me. I'm a cyclist.
Yeah.
And then they have the clip-ons, and they're like clomp as they're walking around. They get the clip-ons. I don't know. No offense if anyone cycles. I'm just saying.
I kind of mean it. And I was doing my bit at a show, and the guy who booked it. Super nice guy, comic, obviously, and I did that bit, and part of the bit is like, the cyclists that I really have a problem with are the full body spandex, and part of it is because I've never seen a guy in full body spandex with a bulge. I've never seen it. Never seen it once. They have so much confidence, and like that's what the hand signals are. They're like they're on a quest to find their dick, and maybe it's over there. And I did the whole bit, and the guy who booked it came off and was like, hey man, really glad to have you. And I'm a cyclist, and every time I put on my full body spandex, I kind of feel like a superhero, but now I don't. It's like I feel so bad. No, not really, but I do.
You won. Your bit won.
It's crazy. You can just do it. It feels like, because oftentimes it's like, it feels like Europe, ride a bike. Under 25 years old, your kid ride a bike. Over 65, you're not dead. Do whatever you want. But like in the middle there, it's like that's what gyms are for. That's what different things are for. Mountain bikes for. There's bike paths, and if you want to go and like enjoy nature, like go on the bike path.
Yes.
But like to put yourself and cars and all that shit in extra jeopardy just for exercise feels a little bit like, look at me while I'm going around town, as opposed to like, if you really want to go and enjoy nature, go where there's places. Yeah. So I don't know. King agrees with me, and that's what he's whispering over here.
Well, I don't know if I said it out loud, but I'm kind of like, I'm not anti-gym, but I never want to go to a gym.
I think people feel that way when you're out of the rhythm of going.
Sure, but if you've never been in the rhythm of going,
it sucks for like 2 weeks, but then you'll start to like it.
Here's my perspective. Why am I going to spend money on doing something I can do for free?
But it's like $15 a month for Planet Fitness, which also means access to a bathroom in most cities.
Well, I have an access to a bathroom in most public places.
Yeah, but like New York, I don't know. I feel like I get it, but I'm just saying that between headphones, weed being legal, and how cheap Planet Fitness is, especially for a guy who's on tour and like you're doing whatever and your hours or whatever and your diets whatever. Yeah. So always be able to be like, no, I can toss a couple things in a bag, go get a sweat for 40 minutes, shower, and get out of there, no matter where I am.
That has value. I'm not saying it doesn't have value. I'm saying for me, like that's why I'm looking at riding my bike rather than paying to go sit and not ride, and sit, or like sit on a machine and go nowhere. Like my mindset is like, you kind of get two things out of it when you're exercising out in nature or outside. Is like you're seeing things, you're exploring things, you're getting fresh air, and you're also getting the exercise you need. Now, obviously, this might not be a popular opinion.
Well, no, I think most of my friends are in your camp. Yeah, they are like, exactly what you just said. Yeah, and it's valid. And I think that if the level of fitness you're going for is I just need some activity, and I would also like maybe a little bit of that meditative, mental, spiritual, connect with nature thing. Yes, absolutely. Put your bike on your car, bring it, go to a place where there is a bike path.
You're like, stay off the road.
For real. Yeah. And and then awesome. If you're at a level of fitness where how fast your heart rate is going back down in between intervals of intensity, it's just easier on a treadmill or a thing where you can grab it and they can, you know what I mean? When you're really trying to like elevate the level of fitness, there's a reason gyms exist. But if it's just purely like, I want to burn some calories, I want to get my head and body right, I want to start the journey of that, whatever it looks like, and this is the first thing, hell yeah. And if it's all it is, it's great. Yeah. But it's just like, I think it's annoying, in especially busy roads.
Oh, totally. Like, I'm actually on your side that way. I'm totally on your side that way. Yeah, where it's like, come on, guys. But I mean, obviously, there's only so many places you can do that. You know what I mean?
Right, but we live in a place that you're blessed to have them.
Yeah,
all around,
exactly. Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, the reason I was thinking about riding my bike is because I've already spent some money on buying the ads on social media, the Instagram ads for health and supplements and exercise equipment, and
my feed is just like girls' butts, supplements. Yeah. It's all it is. That's comedy shit.
I've tried so hard to not spend money or like succumb to the marketing, but I totally have. Do you remember that? I don't know if you saw it, but there's this chest exercise.
I tried it at your house. That's legit.
Yeah. That one, man, I saw ads for that for like 6 months, and then I finally went, okay.
And do you use it?
And I do. Yeah, I was using it yesterday. Nice. I used to try to do it like every day or whatever. Yeah. And so it works, but it's it's I don't know, maybe it's an ego thing where like, oh, marketing doesn't work on me, and then lo and behold, 3 or 4 weeks ago, I saw an advertisement for a supplement, and it's just an incessant. Over and over again, over and over again. I don't want to say it. I don't want to give it legs.
Well, what is the? Oh, it's you don't say the brand name.
No. It's a supplement for losing weight. Okay. It's like to help churn your belly, your visceral fat. It helps burn your visceral fat. Cool. And I looked it up. I actually did the research before. I didn't buy it. I looked it up, and it's like basically it makes your mitochondria consume fat faster or something.
Mighty Mitochondria.
Yeah, Mighty Mitochondria. Yeah. So what I
the
did,
Mighty Mitochondrias.
yeah, that's a great band.
I never had to knock on your kidneys.
Never had to knock on. Yeah. There you go. The so I looked up the actual ingredients, and I found them in bulk, and so I just bought them. Through a bulk, I just that's what it is. Okay, so then I just
mix into tea or something.
Yeah, well, because one bottle was $90, and so I found
how much for all the raw materials?
$60, but it's gonna last me a year.
Oh shit! And then 90 would have lasted you a month.
A month. Yeah. So I was
this is how the free market works.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's all right.
So
on.
I just and then the other thing is sunglasses. I bought a pair of sunglasses on Instagram.
Getting skinny and I'm getting cool as shit. Okay.
So there's definitely this this marketing is really working. And,
you also deserve to take care of yourself and get the sun out of your eyes.
Yeah. I'm a sunglass guy.
Love sunglasses.
I'm an Oakley's guy, but
are you an Oakley's guy?
I love Oakley. Yeah, I love Oakley's, man. And I've only really ever bought Oakley's since I was 20 something, and I've had probably, believe it or not, I've probably only had 5 pairs in 20 years.
I always associate it. I mean, they're quality. They're obviously quality product.
Right. Yeah.
Oakley's had a bit of a stigma of and this might be where our age gap shows itself a little bit, but backwards Oakley's on the skull, popped collar. I have a motocross and or fishing gear in the back of the truck my dad bought me. Energy to them. And you being a legitimate cool touring musician roadie, I would have picked you for a Ray-Bans or you know what I mean? Yeah.
Well, they make, I don't know, it's something about the fit and the shapes of them have really suited my face.
Okay.
Yeah, I could post up different ones that I've had over the years.
Yeah.
But they've all been Oakleys. And then when I was in high school, I had Arnett's. I don't know if you remember Arnett's. No. And then, but this newest pair, it's just to advertise. I forgot what they're called.
What color are they?
They're clear. They've got clear with a beige or a tan rim in the front, and it's kind of like a light smoky lens. They're pretty cool. Actually, I think I have them. I might have them over there. Or whatever.
Very future.
Yeah, but just the
trend forward, cool of you.
I guess, yeah.
I think, right?
The Instagram ads have got me, man. They've got me.
Well, also, how do you're supposed to hear about it? You're not going to just guess.
Well, you don't read magazines about every product imaginable?
Less so these days.
Less of that, Yeah. The newspaper? You haven't read the newspaper?
Not really. No, not on purpose for a longer time.
Yeah.
So you feel like you're doing sort of a spring cleaning of yourself and your image, or you're just in need of whatever?
Yeah, definitely spring cleaning. I like that idea. Yeah, more or less. It's kind of this year I've been trying to fix things and trying to work on myself a little bit more than I have. And
it's a good year for it.
Yeah, it's definitely a good year for it.
What's the most fit, jacked, whatever? What was the height of your physical? What was your physical peak so far in life?
That's a good question. Physical peak probably was 36, 37, honestly.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was because I've always been I used to be a really skinny guy.
Yeah, I've seen the photos.
Yeah, yes, exactly. Yeah. I used to be a very skinny guy, and then when I started touring, obviously I bulked up by accident and by purpose. Or on purpose, whatever. Just meaning I just was eating more and drinking more.
That'll do it.
Yeah, so it was bulking up, but then it was also the job that I had was much more physically active, much more physical.
This was touring?
Touring, yeah. So so my job was much more running around, being physical, on and off, carrying things constantly. And I got stacked and good shoulders, and I could lift quite a bit of weight, and it was a good time. But it was never deliberate. It was just it's just by working,
Yeah, real world.
Yeah, real world stuff. So which, I don't know. It makes me feel like I'm I don't have a good. I'm not motivated to exercise. Mm-hmm. I need a motivation to get me off my ass sometimes. Mm-hmm. I don't know. What do you do to motivate yourself?
I go to the gym. I go, and I think that there's something about, especially when there was a moment when my mom was I really she was getting sick of needing help going to the bathroom and stuff over at Yale Smilo. And
that makes sense.
This and she was a proud British lady, and this like top level neuro doctor gave such a bro-y answer to my mom. She was like, I want to, how can I really want to go to the bathroom on my own? Like, what do I need to be doing? He just looked at her, one word, squats. And and it's like, if you want to like there's a legitimate correlation between that kind of strength and like not breaking your hip, getting on and off a toilet into the later parts of your life. And after my dad died of a heart attack, anytime I saw a guy 40s and older jogging through the neighborhood, I stopped seeing someone that was annoying me in traffic, and I started seeing a guy who's like committed to his family. And like there's a commitment to the earth and to others to be around and be helpful if you are fit. And there is a level of comfort, and like I've got a lot of like anger problems, so like all I have to do is think about like anyone, anytime, anything that's made me angry, and then I start getting I can go on a treadmill like way harder and like whatever it is. But I don't know, man. You look at yourself and you just go like, I know what I'm capable of, and this is bullshit. And I think that there's and there's also like you can do all the theorizing and pontificating and whatever, and you can go get a doctor and a prescription, but the weights don't lie. It's as heavy as it is every day, no matter how you feel about it.
Yeah.
And so if you go and have that like humility and honesty, this is all I can move.
Yeah.
And you're looking around and go, oh, that guy can move double. Oh, that guy can move a third of what I can do. Oh, so I'm over here. I'm not the coolest or the worst.
So does it help you give you a gauge of
it makes you feel right size in the world. You're not this big bad tough guy. There's always someone stronger than you.
Yeah.
And yet it's confidence building because you are getting better. And the chemicals in your brain, if you truly exhaust yourself through healthy exercise, you walk out of there with a peacefulness that you don't get from words.
Well, that's kind of where I was like thinking of it, where you were going with it, is like there's also like a burning off of, you know what I mean? Like you said, if you're stressed or you get something, you go to the gym because you're burning off, and it that sounds right. That sounds like that's your therapy, for lack of a better word.
Yeah,
that's your catharsis, your way to really get it out. And it's interesting because I feel like artists have a different kind of workout, like meaning. When like I'm speaking for myself, but I've also seen other friends of mine who are musicians and songwriters, when they're suffering and when they're in turmoil, oftentimes they have to create something.
Yeah, well,
and then so there's like that's the artist version of. I'm not saying you're not an artist.
I would never say that,
but I'm saying that that process for me, like I gotta write a song, or I gotta play my guitar, or I gotta like write stuff out like lyrically just to get it out of me. It has like it's less chemical, but well, I guess it is chemicals. Emotions are chemicals too. You know what I mean? But
I just think both. I think that like when Seinfeld was getting ready for his first Tonight Show, he was running whatever it was, like 5 or 10 miles a day. Like I think I have an impulse to write jokes when something's going on, but like I like the whole idea of like, no man, I don't do that. I do this. I do talk there, but it's like all of it's good. All of it helps. Getting your diet right is not mutually exclusive to, you know what I mean?
Oh,
like,
yeah, I mean,
like sleep, hydration, exercise, creativity, discipline, like getting your writing in, as well as going to a therapist, as well as going to the gym, will actually make for a better you. If you cherry pick it, you'll get cherry pick results.
Yeah.
And like, I think that
I like cherries.
Yeah, cherries are great, especially the emoji. But but you know what I mean? Like I find that, and I used to like go to mics in the stage and like go up with nothing prepared and like really riff and rip and when I had something going on in my life, and sometimes it would work and it'd be amazing, sometimes it would be whatever. But when I go to the gym first and then go do that, I'm even better because the cloudedness can be removed and a more accurate perspective of how I actually feel will be.
Post gym clarity.
Yeah, both.
Yeah.
Because the locker room is busy.
Got a slimy floor.
Yeah. But you know what I mean? So like, I don't know. I think all of it's good. And whatever amount you do is great for anybody. But like, I personally, it baffles me. Like I probably spent a little over 3 hours yesterday between the two gyms that I go to. And
yeah, that's right. You texted me in the morning. You're like, I'm going to this gym. And then you texted me again. I'm going to the other gym.
Yeah.
And so there's two gyms. Yeah.
Well, there's jiu-jitsu gym and Planet Fitness.
Yeah, Planet Fitness. Yeah.
And it blows my mind that when people don't, at least like 2-3 times a week, 30 minutes to an hour each time. It doesn't have to be as much as I do, and there's plenty of people that do way more than me.
Yeah.
But like, to not have some regular letting out the fucking valve, the fucking whistle on the train.
Yeah.
And to not be a mass murderer actually is baffling to me.
Yeah.
Because I'm not that way.
Yeah. Yeah.
So someone who's just like, yeah, I don't know, I probably worked out, I think last year twice. I'm like,
how did you know?
And you're nice?
And you're nice.
Hey guys, Keele here from FMK&J. Very proud of our sponsor this week, Foam Doors. Do you like to slam doors? Is your wife terrified? Are your kids calling the police? These doors are unslammable, and if you punch them, you won't wake up with a broken hand, so you can do it all again tonight. Foam Doors. Like, it's not even really the physical part.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah.
Life is just, there's so much in it.
Yeah. I used to not be nice. I used to be very self-centered and I mean, I'm still kind of self-centered. I mean, let's be honest. I'm pretty self-centered still.
Yeah.
But I used to be not as nice, and like, and this is the thing that like.
How were you not? What kind of a jerk were you, my friend?
Well, here's the thing. I think what I've been told. Hello, dog. Hello, King. I used to think I wasn't nice, but then when I talk to people, they're like, no, you were fine. So whatever that perception, that self-perception of me not being nice is, I got nothing. Oh. Yeah, there you go.
So you had a self-perception that you're not nice.
Yeah.
And then others would correct you?
Well, yeah, other people would be like, no, you were fine. Like, I used to make fun of this kid in high school. And
was a total nerd.
He was a dork. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I used to make fun of this kid in high school, and you know, I thought he smelled or he like looked dorky, and I would just laugh at him and stuff like that to his face.
You thought he smelled or he smelled?
Well, he looked like he smelled.
Oh, he looked like he smelled.
You know, like those. I don't know.
Oh, I know. We all know what you're talking about.
Yeah, he looked like he smelled, and then so.
But you never got close enough to find out?
No, I didn't want to. I was like,
sure. So from a distance,
gross.
You were saying,
I was like, gross.
You look smelly.
Yeah, or whatever. Yeah, whatever it was. Yeah.
How did you? I want to hear. What do you remember? Anything you did to bully him?
Not right now. It's unfortunate that we're on a podcast and I can't remember the fucking details. But then later on, I saw him as an adult. He goes, "Hey man, how you doing?" He was like so friendly to me. I was like, "Oh, cool." I was like, "Hey man." He's like, "Yeah, you were so cool in high school." I was like, "Really? I thought you were really dumb and dorky and."
Maybe you kept it all inside.
I thought I did it. No, because we would laugh at him. And I don't know, maybe. I don't know.
Or maybe he was having a psychotic break, but then he was, who knows? It's hard, but I just can't picture you mean because you're, to me, and I think to everyone, you're just like sweet, nice. Like, you're like, I think it was the last time we were both at the Elbow Room, even, like this kid was bombing, and you were giving him like, haha, like it's okay, laughs. And he was like, why are you laughing at that? And you're like, I don't know, man.
Oh, yeah, that's
right. Trying to be supportive, but I guess you're calling it out. No, it doesn't make sense. That joke sucks.
Yeah. I was like, I don't know why I'm laughing. Yeah,
but you're a supportive dude. And I know you do work with Roast Battle, and I met you doing the Doty podcast.
That's right.
And like you have it in you that whether or not you're getting paid for it, if you are associated with something, you feel an obligation to bring your full skill set and talents to it.
Obligation is probably too strong a word. I feel like if I like the thing,
but I've never known you to not do it.
And I know I can make it better. If in my opinion, I can elevate it. I do that. If I'm not interested, I don't care, and I won't help at all. I'll keep my mouth shut. But this I love comedy, and I love and meeting comedians and stuff. It's like, oh, this feels like my people. It feels like, oh yeah, these are like me. It's like, oh cool. I'm not the only weirdo I'm like the only weirdo in my family that like makes jokes about things and laughs. I'm not the only one. My dad does that too. He's got his own. There's actually my grandfather on my mom's side was a bus driver for years, like the charter bus drivers.
Like for Peter Pan? Or?
Yeah, actually it was Peter Pan.
No way. Really?
No, sorry, Landjet.
Okay.
He was a Landjet for years. And so he would be able to sit there and just talk. And you know how bus drivers will go, oh, yeah, and this thing, I did the other thing.
I mean, in the like 50s in movies.
Yeah, he was that guy.
Wow.
He was that guy. So he would always have like these quips and these little short, like, I can't even remember them right now, but he'd have like little word plays here and there, but it would always be like one-liners.
So it's in your DNA.
So it's in my DNA, right? And then my grandfather on my dad's side, he was very dry humor, like just like
British almost.
Yeah, kind of like a stoic, very stoic from that. He was born in 1917, so he's like from that era. He's passed now, but.
If he wasn't, he'd have to be with the government.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Like
no, he's still working
NASA
for the government.
would have to.
Yeah, he's 100 years old.
Yeah.
But
studying him.
Yeah, actually, no, he'd be 120 now. 100 and yeah, right. Because 2007 would have been 100 years. No,
if it was born in 1917.
He'd be 110 now. 110. Yeah. But yeah, so it's in my DNA, like quips and friendly and just jovial, like hey, whatever, kind of thing. But yeah, so I guess I don't know where that's going, except that my, I thought I was mean, and then people don't perceive me as mean. So does that mean I have license to get more mean? Like, should I try harder?
It means you should be much more aggressive and mean.
Yeah, I should try harder, right?
Yeah, get physically weird with people.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, no, no, you're. I think you're a sweetheart. Really?
Well, appreciate that. I'm a bitter, sad, depressed sweetheart. It's great.
Yeah. You're not that bitter, though.
No, I'm not that bitter, actually. No.
Yeah.
I learned not to be bitter. I learned not to be, like, hold on to that shit, man.
How did you learn that?
God. Honestly, yeah. And also, like, realizing how, like, detrimental it is to hold on to anger and hold on to things.
Yeah.
It's just not, like, there's so much... There's only so much anger can achieve, right? You can be angry and,
bring it to the treadmill.
Bring it to the treadmill, exactly. There's only so much you can go, only so far anger can go with it. And basically, I learned that, like, what you do with your anger is more important than being angry, right?
Super true.
Yeah, because, like, you can be angry, just be angry, but what you do with it is all that matters.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's everything. Because, like, if someone's mad and they just go in the corner and be mad, no one cares. But if they're mad and they go smash a window and, get in your face, obviously that's a bad thing. Right?
Yeah.
To give examples for children.
Yeah, you could become a vandal.
But yeah, I learned to let go of a lot of stuff. And it's mainly...
When you say God, you go to church?
I did for years, yeah.
In your adult life?
Yeah, my adult life, yeah. Some of that, it's still a thing in my life. It's still, meaning I don't go to church anymore, but like it's definitely, my faith is still a real thing.
That's cool.
I don't talk about it much, but it's definitely a real thing in my life, and that's helped me a lot.
Yeah.
Over the years, and I have a nice big believing family, that kind of thing. So
I like that.
Yeah, maybe someday I'll go more into it, but for right now, I'll leave it at that.
Okay. Well, I mean, I was actually noticing this. Like, I was thinking about how. Because it's 30-ish years is the cycle for nostalgia, for things coming back.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And as someone who dates the youth...
Yeah, brother.
No, she's 25.
Yeah.
But that generation, like, Jenko jeans, baggy pants are back.
Yeah, it's wild.
Music, like Creed and Nickelback, are back.
Yes, they are.
And... even at the time, being alive when it was coming out and huge, you had to ironically like it around others. At least that was my experience. Even though everyone liked it, it was like, oh, I don't really like it, but like, let's play it again. And now these kids just like it.
Genuine. It's genuinely
There's no
like it.
cringe in nostalgia.
Right.
It just is good again. Mm-hmm. And I was noticing even like Subway sandwiches, like Subway sandwiches and Nickelback, both of them I'd be like, it's just kind of convenient, right? Like, it's just here. Like, but like I was with Ani, and she's like, oh yeah, I'll have a fucking meatball sub. Every once in a while, it's good. I love them. And like those songs will come on, and I'm like, how do you even know about this music?
It's amazing.
And it's like, and all of them.
It's amazing.
And church, I think, is part of it too. You're seeing a lot of these kids have like 90s mustaches.
Yeah.
And they're finding Jesus and their pants are baggy.
Yeah.
And it's like, what year is it? And this is kind of cool.
Yeah, like in the 90s, I was very a church guy in the 90s. So I'll give you an example. When I was in high school, I would, because I didn't care about the school. That was before I dropped out. So I lost credit in some classes already, but I was still attending school.
Dropped out of high school?
Yeah. Remember I talked about dropping out of high school twice. But the first time, I lost credit in a class, and so I would still go to school. But I was very much into reading the Bible. And so I would literally sit in class and read the Bible instead of paying attention to the class.
Ooh, a defiant observer.
And I was a punk rocker, so I had this punk look to me, reading a Bible in class during school, ignoring.
Fuck you, science teacher, Corinthians.
It was in biology. It was in biology.
With like painted like, what would Jesus do on your fucking?
That was the era. That was literally the same era, dude. Oh man. So that was one of the things I did.
You're gonna go to the office and heaven.
Yeah. And she would come up. She would be like, "You realize that book is full of contradictions?" And I go, "It's not if you read it in context."
Yeah. And then meanwhile, she's teaching you Latin, which is an unspoken language anyway.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Right. But then she got fired for being an alcoholic in class.
Oh.
So I probably hit
who ended up needing to find God. Actually, bitch.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. So that was something I did in school. Yeah, that's something I did in high school, and yeah.
I told you I quit high school.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was in Latin class, and it was because
really? Oh, wow.
She was trying to get us to say a like Latin phrase correctly, and my dad, who was a Harvard undergrad, Yale grad, really really smart guy, had kind of made fun of me. And he was like, you should choose Latin because it's a dead language. It's not spoken.
Right.
So it'll just be kind of learning like the origin of words and like etymology and all shit like that was like what he said. I was like, oh, cool. And then I go to Latin class and she's like, how do you say nostra, blah, blah, blah? And I just out loud in the middle of class, I was like, you don't. No one speaks this. And she was like, what? And like, go to the office and blah, blah. And I was like, fuck that. I'm not coming back here. And like walked out.
Wow.
Because I was going to another school anyway in the afternoon for like theater and shit. And boyfriends. And I was minoring in boyfriends. And my mom was like mortified that I'd gotten a C as a freshman. So she was like, I'm going to homeschool you. And that did not work out. But so halfway through freshman, halfway into sophomore year, I was homeschooled.
Wow.
And then I had to quit homeschooling and go back to school.
That's hard, man. It
was a weird time.
Yeah, my sister homeschools. She homeschools like 3 of her kids.
Yeah.
Or 2 of her kids. And then the other 2, well, one of them's too young yet, but she's got 4 kids, and one of them goes to a regular school, and 2 of them are homeschooled. It's like, God bless her, man. It's just amazing.
It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work. It's crazy.
No judgment on your family. Typically, homeschooling is like, when you meet someone who was homeschooled, they're either wildly intelligent and successful,
right,
Mormon, or they kiss their cousins. It's like one of 3 things.
All right. Well,
it's obviously for the joke.
Yeah,
but,
I know for sure. Yeah. Well, actually,
but you will meet people that are just crazy
and
smart.
And to be fair, I forgot my other sister also homeschools, which you'd be mad that I forgot that. But both my sisters are homeschooling.
Okay. Yeah. It's a lot of. Are they also working?
No. Well, my sister. No. One of them. That's her full-time thing. Okay. One of my sisters that's
homeschools like other people's kids
mom,
too.
Yeah, and then there's like groups. There's like homeschool groups, and she'll do groups.
Yeah, because it seems like a community. It would have to be.
It is a community. Yeah, it is a community. And then my other sister, she's in the town.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, she works for the town in the office in the town now. And then she also homeschools.
That's a lot.
I know, dude. It's a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, King, but that's a lot.
Yeah. He's like, what?
He's just like, I was trying to nap you, bitch.
Yeah, I know.
That's crazy.
Woke him up a few times actually when we were talking.
What a stud. Yeah. So here's I'll maybe wrap this one up. Here's a quote I heard this week, because we're on this idea of spring cleaning ourselves and sobriety and all that. I forget where I heard it, but see if it tickles you. If you keep making the same mistake, maybe the mistake isn't the problem, maybe it's you. Because as a chronic relapser, it hit hard, and it's like, if I keep choosing a behavior and then like demonizing the outside thing is a real easy ego protective response.
Right.
But if you go, oh, well, this keeps happening, so maybe it's some out in the outside world. Let's go on the inside world and figure out why that keeps being what makes sense.
Well, other exterior things can't really make you do anything. Right?
I mean,
we for the most
in
part,
the ER and the front lines of war and holding someone dying, there's all kinds of shit in life.
There's exceptions to that rule.
Yeah, you walk in on your best friend's balls deep in your girlfriend, and you can feel moved to action. But
I would say that, like, I believe at some core part is we have the ability to control our responses. Or we have the ability. We have the ability. Some are good at it. Some are not good at it.
We have the ability to get better at it.
Yeah. So managing your responses and managing your choices, because I know there are definitely exceptions to that, because addiction is it's a disease. It's an actual disease. So it alters your brain. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So there's actually people have problems that they can't stop, or it's difficult for them to stop. But in terms of mistakes, it's a real interesting way to think about it. Yeah, I would say, that it's probably you and not the thing you're making the mistake. Is the mistake the same mistake you said?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If you keep making the same mistake, maybe it's not the mistake. Maybe it's you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. I think it's a good thing.
Yeah.
It's a good thing to
Because it's one of those
on.
ones that it almost sounds super dumb.
Well, yeah, it kind of sounds pretty obvious, but yeah.
But almost all wisdom,
right,
is like, it's like it catches you the right moment. You're like, this is the most profound thing. Let's get a tattoo of this. And then you say it out loud and you're like, it's like, sunshine feels nice. It's like,
oh, Josh, it does.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it is funny. Like wisdom is like this. Wisdom is like a, what would you call that? Like a colonic on your brain or something like that. You know what I mean? It's like an enema of truth or something like that, where you believe all this nonsense, and it's just, you need this like injection of, some simple truth, and you're like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
I know, it's like an enema of the brain. I don't know, enema of the state, enema of the brain. It's a Blink-182 night.
Colonic of the heart.
Colonic of the heart.
That was a great episode.
Yeah, sure.